feeling of doom, of impending doom. For the past 5 days I've been feeling this way, and nothing in my life, nothing I have going on should make me feel like this. Now, I've been feeling weird for the past couple weeks, not my same self, kind of down, but ever since Saturday, I've been feeling actually depressed with my anxiety through the roof. And I'm almost constantly feeling tension, like shaking, like something bad is about to happen for me, and there should be nothing bad about to happen for me. There's nothing happening for me at all on the horizon. Usually if I get feelings like this, especially if they're strong like right now, something does happen. Something tends to happen afterwards. I don't know if I'm just feeling it for the hurricane victims, if I'm just picking up their energy. Maybe I'm picking...
Does anyone else wholeheartedly feel in their chest like something bad is about to happen? I have literally felt heavy, scared, nervous all day. And this isn't like your normal, just like everyday anxiety. This is like, to my core, I feel like something bad is about to happen. With these hurricanes, with everything political going on, I just feel like something is coming. And I don't even know what that something could be or would be, but my spirit is unsettled. I'm not a religious person, but I'm definitely a spiritual person, and my spirit is heavy. It is shaken. I'm just sitting out on my back deck in the dark, just contemplating life. Does anyone else feel this way? Am I crazy? Or does anyone else just feel...
Alright, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great milestone that rule well. Salutation to the Akim preaching the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. Zebra Yakal coming to you with another lesson. Lord's willing to be edifying through the Spirit. Right, and as the title read, these Edomites feeling it within them spirit, knowing that the times they headed into. Right, so they sense fear in the place. They sense a fear in the atmosphere. You understand? They actually feeling it within the spirit. As she say, his spirit is troubled. That is because it is happening. Right, and we could go into some precepts and we could break it down. First precept I have is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and 28, and it says, "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions." So the Lord pouring out the spirit upon all flesh, that these Edomites and these Edomites children and their children, they see in visions of us ruling. They see in black men, walk roaming the earth, hunting, digging them out of the bunkers, etc. These are the things that they're seeing right now, and they dreaming it, and they're waking up out of their dream. Even for the elites, they're seeing it more than ever. You understand? And they know that these things are going to happen, but their pride wouldn't allow them to, actually come out and say it. This man, the man before this woman was speaking, actually said that he is troubled like something bad is about to happen, and it's true. The devil about to come down with great wrath. And when we read in the scriptures, it says that he doesn't even care about himself, right? I'm trying to remember the precept. It says, "He that doesn't even care, for whom shall he care?" Right? Because Esau is a man don't even care about his own people. As long as he gets to that agenda pushing. And that's what these people have in store. You understand? The most wicked, scripture call them the most proud, the wickedest thing alive about to come down with great wrath, as Revelation 12 says. And when he comes down with that great wrath, it's going to be on Jacob, right? Known as Jacob's trouble. But all other nations, all people are going to feel it. It's just us going to feel it the most. Right? Let's see if I get a precept real quick. All right. Just bear with me here. I remember the precept it spoke about Esau completely. Right? This is Sirach chapter 14, and I'll start from verse 4, and it says, He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul, gathereth for others, that shall spend his good righteously. Right? Like Sirach 14 and 4 again. 144. Right? He gathered for them that are going to spend his goods righteously. And there's also a precept to connect with this that says, for he that buildeth his house with other men's money is like him that gathered the stones for his tomb. And that is Esau for you, gathering stones for his tomb. Right? Verse 5, it says, He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? So this proves that all the other nations, including Esau, is going to feel the blunt of when he comes down with great wrath. It says, He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envieth himself. Russia against America, against Britain, against, Egypt against Egypt. Right? And this is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. So somebody to do something by mistake. It wasn't mistake because everything is predestinated, but he wasn't willing to do it. Like he had no other choice but to do that. Right? Right? He doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. Right? And that is the day on that. That is Sirach 14 from 4 to verse 7. Right? But they're right. They sensing as something in the air and is about to come down because the Lord actually put it in their spirit to feel that type of way because they're wicked. They did a lot of things, and the scripture says, Art thou all together to go and punish? Yahweh forbid. Let me see if I get that precept real quick. They just want to be like, forgive and forget. But they don't understand that the Lord didn't execute that judgment speed. He let it prolong so that they think that they don't have anything to go through. But they have another thing coming. Right? They have another thing coming when it comes to punishment. When the Lord said double lock up. Right? I believe it's Jeremiah, the 30th chapter and verse 11. You see? This is one. I don't think this is the precept I'm looking for, but I'll read this one still. Jeremiah 30 and 11. It says, For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. This is not the precept I'm looking for, but I have a precept. Right? Right, Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. This is the precept I'm looking for to what I have Shai. It says, For thus saith the Lord, Behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have a surely drunken, which is us, Israel, right? And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Question mark. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Thou shalt surely drink. And that cup is to represent slavery. You understand? It's time for you all to be treated like how you all should be treated. You're holding them by the hair and dragging them and pelting them. Hey, go and do this, go and do that. You're beating them with that rod of iron that the scripture talk about. Because they have been ruling for a while, vigorously, over the past years. You understand? And they didn't rule polite and kind. They ruled wicked, rigorous. When you look about it, when you look up the things that they did unto us, you understand? The yoke of iron, some of the torture and devices. Even up to this day, they showcase it. You understand? the statue what they saw, what they take, they remove the Roosevelt statue. These things are them proclaiming their wickedness. They're showing you what they did unto you, teaching you history about Christopher Columbus and all this bullshit. Is another way of them showing you what they did unto you. Yes, they would hide certain things and not give you the full truth, but they actually showing you what they did unto you. You understand? And that is why the Lord said these things are a recompense of your wickedness. Right? Let me see if I get Habakkuk here. Let's bring out that point. This is Habakkuk chapter 2. And I'll read from verse 4. It says, Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Right? Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right? So that is one of the things that he didn't do. He was in every other nation seeking their riches, as the scripture says, gathering stones for his tomb. Right? It says, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. But the wrong people he fucked with was Israel. Right? That's where the recompense coming in full forward right now. Right? Verse 6, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. Right? By the sword he shall live. That was his blessing. By the sword he shall live, the fatness of the earth. But he's only going to get the fatness of the earth through the sword. That is how he prevailed. Right? But now the Lord is decreasing him. He increased it, but now he is being taken down. As to all the other kingdoms before him, here's he now the last. That statue Daniel talked about. The clay mixed with iron. That is what's going on right now. The Lord is going to raise up that great millstone to smooth that image. And that image is being smoothed right now through the prophets, via the prophets, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, via the prophets with the Kodash. They're attacking him full force, and truth is being revealed. Right? So I'm going to continue. It says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long to him that leadeth himself with thick clay. Right? And that thick clay really represent what do we call it? That thick clay represents death. He is laden with death. In the ancient days and also now. Right? So this is it. Let me see if I get precept. Right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. The reason why I bring this precept is to show that, yes, the curses are on us, but the Lord also promised that he's going to put the curses on them. And not only that, easy, the curses are falling on them and they experiencing what we was experiencing all the time. Trauma, all the things that happened unto us while we was in slavery and going through this walk and being crushed as our people, right? They now experiencing it, and they soon experience it mentally hardcore, physically hardcore. You understand? Because spirits are attacking them, but soon it will be real, where they're gonna be experiencing it on a high level, where they know they're not safe anymore, and nothing they do could protect them from the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because they was fucking with the wrong one and the wrong one's people all along. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And this couldn't be more clear. Who's our enemies? What curses? Read the curses in Deuteronomy 28, the 28th chapter. Right, you realize this is in the 30th chapter. This is after the curses was read. Right, from chapter 15 on down. Right, I said in chapter 15, from verse 15. the 28th chapter from verse 15 on down, and understand what is about to happen to these nations. And here it says, to be clear, it says the enemies, right? Them that hate us, which is Esau, and it also goes on to say, which persecuted thee. They persecuted us with a rod of iron, right? They persecuted us anywhere we went, and they still persecuting us up to this day. Because the scripture say, let me see if I get that real quick. Up to this day, they're just hiding and doing it. Psalms 10. Right, Psalms 10 verse 8, it says, He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. His eyes privily go back to what? Privately. All the cameras and all the everything, they always constantly looking at the poor, which is us. You understand? They have nothing better to do than to monitor us and to persecute us, to damage our dust in the water that we drink, the clothes that we wear, the chemtrails they have flying over our house, mixing up these chemicals in the aeroplanes and then flying it over the poorest parts. Because I can list out some poor parts in my country. You understand? They know where to attack. They know how to weaponize the curses. But now, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is turning all these curses on them and their wicked ass. And none shall escape. You understand? None shall escape the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's something, yeah, part. We can put it in a song. Right, I believe that is Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter. Let me see if I get that real quick. Let's see, Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 12. Let's bear with me here. Right, this is Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 12. It says, For who shall say, What hast thou done? Or who shall withstand thy judgment? Who? None shall escape. Who gonna withstand the Lord's judgment and say, right, that was easy, that was small thing. Right? Who gonna do that? None of them gonna be able to do that. Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish, whom thou made? Or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged for the unrighteous men? Who gonna come and stand up? Which one of them gods who are no gods gonna come up against the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua when that time come? To sit up and fight for the nations and fight for their people. Nobody. Because there's nobody to come up against. And even if these gods were real, for some reason, do you feel they could really fight with Yahweh Shai and the angels? The true power, as our brother said, true power. You feel they could really stand up against that? Hell no. The Alahayim, the first created spirit, Al-Shadia, demon-like power. You feel like you really stand up against that power when he's unleashed. Yahweh Shai coming back is like a uncontrollable power. You know, he saw like to control everything. Even in his movies, when a superhero is on a superhero arises, right? What happens is he so tend to send people to control him, find out what's his weakness. Kryptonite, alright, that we use kryptonite, weaken him. Thing. It's not like that anymore. Them days done. When Yahweh Shai return, ain't no power gonna be able to stop him. An uncontrollable power gonna be on the face of the earth, wreaking havoc for you nations. Right? You see? Right, I'll jump to verse 17, Wisdom of Solomon. Alright. I'll jump to verse 17, Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 17, and it reads, For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength, and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. But thou, mastering thy power, judgest with equity, and orderest us with great favor, for thou mayest use power when thou wilt. You know what I mean? Whenever he feels like it, he could execute his power. You understand? He could do what he wants, and that is one of the things that we are going to be joint heirs unto Yahweh Shai. And we are going to be able to do the same thing, Lord's willing. You understand? to execute judgment among the heathen. Scripture say, for this is the faith, this is the patience and faith of the saints, to execute judgment around on the heathens and them. Everybody has a heathen in mind that they want to execute that judgment on right now. You understand? A lot of people might say vocab, a lot of people might think differently, but you know, it have people that they can't do them anything right now, and if physically you don't want to do something because it are the laws of the land, right? Not saying respect the laws of the land, but because it's wisdom, right? But in time to come, trust me, these crackers gonna get. So all the feelings they're getting right now is because it's coming. They are all spirits, just like we have spirits. They might just be wicked spirits on the left hand side, but spirits nonetheless. And they could sense this spiritual storm coming. Right? So Lord's will in this video is edifying through the spirit and power. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I want to say Kalalayam La Alahayanawa. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Hashem Kakodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and do well. Salutation to the Aki and preaching the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. Shalom.